So the best book I've read on dating in general is How to Not Die Alone by Logan Ury. The reason it's such a good book is because Logan is a data scientist and she has worked at multiple high-profile dating companies, and she currently works at Hinge, which is quite a well-known dating app. And she's the chief sort of data analytics officer, if you'd say that correctly. The reason why it's so good is because it breaks down using data what's happening in the dating market. The reason why that book is great is because it maps out, from a female point of view, and quite fairly I think, what are the dynamics in the dating market nowadays. And the dynamics in the dating market nowadays are that everyone is becoming focused on the metrics and the sort of images that the dating app is focusing on. Let's take an example. For men, a really good example is height. On an app, you put out your statistics, and as a man, your height is extremely important. And in fact, women can filter out certain heights. So you have to pay a premium amount, if I'm not mistaken. But women can filter out what height they need a man to be. Now, Logan makes a really good point in the book. Women don't necessarily know the exact height of a guy. If you take a guy that's 5'11", and then you take a guy that's 6'1", you're not going to notice a ginormous difference. And in fact, if a woman met a guy in a bar and she liked him, and then after the fact, maybe they'd seen each other for a few months, she asked what his height was, and he said 5'10", then she wouldn't mind. But up front, the metric of presenting someone's height makes it critically important. Another example for women is looks. If you think about it, men have a very visual sort of way of looking at attractiveness. One of the sort of dating advisors that I listen to, they say that men's attraction is like a light switch, whereas women's attraction is a lot more like a volume knob. It takes a while. And if women are being presented to men as just purely images, that is going to be the thing that men completely base their opinion on with women. And the problem with the dating apps is they amplify this. It was obviously important before the fact. It's obviously important how tall a guy is to certain women and to women in general, how big and tall you are. And also to a man, it's extremely important about what a woman looks like. But the apps make it so critically important. And if you think about social media in general, social media amplifies that sort of aspect of human personality. It's about how rich are you, how famous are you, how much attention do people give you, how important are you, what's your status like. The problem is that is not how real life works. Real life is a lot more intuitive, it's a lot more emotional, and the person that is right for you is not necessarily going to fit those metrics. To boil down the book, Logan Ury was going through her phase where she was trying to impress a certain guy. You know, he was very attractive, he was completely not interested in her, which made her fall head over heels in love with him. And she ended up finding a much more sensible match for her. That's the sort of general trajectory of the book. And the reason is because she realized that if you're constantly looking at these metrics, if you're constantly looking at how tall a guy is, how much money he makes, has he got a six-pack, is he famous, how many Instagram followers does he have, those metrics do not necessarily correlate into being a good long-term partner. Now, there are a lot of people on YouTube, and a lot of people that are probably going to watch this, that are guys. Now, guys are inundated with a load of red pill stuff. Now, some of the red pill stuff, I've talked about it on this channel, some of the red pill stuff has some good points. I think the sort of female psychology, evolutionary biology side of red pill movement, some of it is absolutely factually correct. But the problem is that you get this group of guys that are trying to act ultra alpha. They're trying to sleep with as many women as possible. They're trying to make as much money as possible, which is absolutely fine. But a lot of them fail. A lot of them are going to fail. A lot of them aren't going to sleep with that many women. A lot of them aren't going to make that much money. And the problem is this sort of hyper macho online sort of world is going to make them extremely bitter. It'd be much better if they focused on trying to connect with people, not just women, but trying to connect with other, friends, instead of just smashing the keyboard, constantly complaining about blue pill ideology or whatever they want to whine on about. Anyway, that's the best book I've ever read on dating, and it's a good life advice. Don't focus on these metrics. Some of these dating apps are not good for your head. So anyway, hope you enjoyed that. If you do like this video, tell me, because I don't know what this channel is about yet. Absolutely no idea. It might become something. I'm just talking into a camera at the moment. So let me know what you think. Thanks. Bye-bye.